All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Wednesday afternoon team call. It's going to sound like you have a different coach talking to you today because we came down with colds in our house, so my voice may or may not make it through this 35 to 40 minutes. So we'll do our best. I'm super excited what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to share something I've been working on with you guys for the team. Also go through a couple of announcements, and then I want to take a couple of questions from you guys that you might have. I have one of my newer coaches that asked me a question. She can't be on live because of her 12-hour nursing shift, but I will answer that question on here because she always watches the recordings. And that might trigger you to have a question that you might want to ask as well. So just want to remind you guys that we had Super Saturday this past weekend in the UK. It's this weekend. I'm super excited. Chris is going to be interviewed. Chris Pandolfo for his transformation at the Super Saturday in the UK. So that's awesome. So if you want to send a message to Chris and just tell him how awesome he's doing, he could use that encouragement as he finishes out this year working towards the Beachbody Challenge. I know Sammy's going to Super Saturday this weekend in the UK as well. If you couldn't make it to a Super Saturday, I want you to make the decision right now to make it to the one in January. If you're curious as to what you might have missed in the announcements at Super Saturday, I saw like a highlight or a recap inside of the Coach Online office in the little news and whatnot that's in the bottom left-hand corner of your Coach Online office. So you can go check that out. It's not the same as being there live. If you want to hear some of the stories that were Super Saturday, I put some up on my YouTube channel yesterday. Two amazing women that shared their life transformation, financial transformation, live in Salt Lake City with us. I put those on, I recorded those and put them on my YouTube channel. I also recorded Chris Downing's message that he delivered, which was powerful, about getting rid of the limitations and things that we hold on to that are keeping us from moving forward in our lives. It was a powerful message. I just encourage you guys to listen to that when you have some time. Shaylee was there with us live at Super Saturday. So thanks, Shaylee, for being at Super Saturday with us. The next thing I want you to remember is we have Summit coming up. It's like 9 months away. And any of you moms on here, I see Kiara with her baby. You guys know 9 months will fly by like that. And Summit will be here, and we'll be reunited as a team and entire company in Indianapolis. We want you to be there with us. I'm going to talk about it on every single team call and let you know it's not for veteran coaches. It's not for, it's for everybody, literally everybody. And the one thing I love about Summit this year is they're making the sessions, the workshops, based on where you're at in your business. So there'll be workshops directly for Emerald coaches. There'll be workshops directly for example, let's say Diamond through 4-star. There'll be workshops for 4-star through 15. I don't know where they're breaking it out, but they're going to be breaking them out so you're getting specifically what you need for whatever point in your business you're at. So that's super awesome that they're going to be doing that, and we want you to be there with us. I want to remind you that this past Saturday through the end of the month, we have a Summit Flash ticket sale. So the Summit tickets are $145 during this month till the end of October, which is a super awesome deal. They also announced at Super Saturday, oh man, I just spaced her name. That's not good. That the author of Girl Wash Your Face is going to be one of the keynote speakers at Summit. So that's super awesome. So if you admire her and the work that she does, you'll be able to watch her live and talk about that. Yes, Rachel Hollis, that was it. So if Rachel sees this video, I apologize. So anyhow, those are all the announcements that I want to make to you guys. And I want to jump right into what I've been working on. So it was about 6 months ago, I was having a mastermind conversation with some other incredible coaches inside of the company who are seeing significant leaps and bounds in growth, not just in their business, but of their coaches. And I was asking them, what are you doing? What things are working for you? How are you running your challenge groups? How are you onboarding new coaches? How are you finding coaches? All of these questions that you guys are asking, I'm asking people as well. And so upon doing that, I learned that one of these coaches who's having very, very much success, they are an elite team. Their spouse built an elite team they built 2 separate elite teams, and one of their brothers built an elite team. So what I learned is they had a very streamlined system that can be duplicated, which was a team training website. And so I had the opportunity to look through it and go through it, and decided, like, when I watched it, I was like, this is awesome. Like, I'm not very good at organization. I waste a lot of time sometimes when somebody asks me, like, hey, do you have anything for a free group? And I'll just have to go start searching all over the internet and all over my files on my computer to find like a free group template or whatever for something. And I just waste so much time like that. And I was like, what if we follow this example and build something just very streamlined, efficient, where we can store and use all of our tools? So I made the decision to start putting it together about 6 months ago. I was actually going to hire it out. And I asked a few people that I know are great at that stuff. They just couldn't take on the workload. And so I just kept putting it off. And I was talking to Gabby the other day, and I was like, you know what? I love doing that stuff. When I built my website, my blog, I loved doing that. And I also want to be very hands-on with what our coaches are learning, what kind of information that they're being given through this. I don't want it just put together by somebody or say, go copy this. So I decided to take it on. And it was funny when you set an intention and set a goal. I want you to think about this in your business and other aspects, whether you're pushing for diamond right now, by the end of the year, you're in our diamond dash that we're running right now, any of these things. When you set a solid goal and have intention, like your mind is more open to receive the knowledge and wisdom you need to make it happen, or a reiteration of why you should be doing it. And I'm going to share with you exactly why. Like, I made this decision. I'm going to do this after leadership. I'm going to put it together. I'm going to do it by the end of the year. I set this goal, and this was the book that I decided to read coming out of Summit. Awesome book. If you want an incredible book, it's called Take the Stairs, 7 Steps to Achieving Success. Basically getting people out of the elevator mindset, that if you want success, you gotta walk the stairs and not ride the elevator. And so I was reading it, and I was like, every day I'm reading, I'm like, this is incredible. This is awesome stuff. Like, everybody needs to read this. And so I looked on YouTube. I looked up Rory Vaden is his name, and he has a TED Talk. So I started listening to the TED Talk. And the TED Talk, I'm going to share a little piece of it with you because it's going to tie in perfectly to what I'm going to show you guys about the team website and why. And then I'll walk you guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch a part of that video. I'm going to walk you guys through the website a little bit, and then I'm going to ask for help from you guys over the next quarter on some things we need for the website, and then I'll answer any questions that you guys have. And as you guys have questions as I'm going through it, please feel free just to put them in the chat or unmute yourself and stop me. I'm not offended. I actually probably need a break from talking once in a while, especially with this cold. So I'm going to put this on. I'm going to share my screen. Give me a thumbs up once you can see my screen. Okay. Can anybody see it yet? Okay, okay, awesome. I saved it right here. I want you to think about what he's saying as we talk about building a team website and the things I'm going to show you guys today and how it can help with your business as well. How to multiply your time. So this is so funny. I listened to this like 3 days after I decided I'm building this website, and I'm going to work on this with the team.
In one of the interviews I conducted with the multiplier, they said something that changed my life. They said, Rory, it's futile to go through life trying to never say no. What you have to realize is that you are always saying no to something. Because anytime you say yes to one thing, you are simultaneously saying no to an infinite number of others. If you can't eliminate the task, the next question is, can I automate the task? Anything that I create a process for today saves me time tomorrow. It's like setting up online bill pay. I never have 2 hours in my day to set up online bill pay. I just don't have time. And if I had 2 hours in my day, I would never use it to set up online bill pay. But a multiplier realizes that if I save 30 minutes a month from paying my bills by setting up online bill pay, then it makes sense to invest those 2 hours, because then after just 4 months' time, I will have broken even on that investment. And every month thereafter, I will get something we call ROTI, return on time invested. Automation is to your time exactly what compounding interest is to your money. Just like compounding interest takes money and it makes money into more money, automation takes time and it makes it into more time. The way that wealthy people think about money is exactly the same way that multipliers think about time. And they give themselves the permission to invest the time and energy to automate the process. If it can't be automated, then the next question is, can it be delegated? Can I?
Okay, we'll stop right there. Okay, so awesome quick little message from Rory Vaden about the importance of, because I know every single one of you guys, as you build a large team or grow to the team that is going to allow you to have the financial freedom that you're looking for, is going to require more and more of your time as you grow, to be able to serve your clients, to be able to serve your coaches, to be able to train them and help people transform. So I think one of the main things that's been holding me back, even though I've been doing this for like 8 years, is not really being very good at creating something like this that can be duplicated extremely well. So, and I, just like you guys, want to have more time with my wife and 5 kids. I know Sammy wants more time with her beautiful family. I know Mark and Heather want the same. I see CJ walked in with the baby behind Kiara. That's what we all want. So we don't want to spend 24 hours behind our smart devices and behind our laptops trying to serve and help people. We want to find the best way to serve and help them with our gifts and talents in a way that is gives us some sort of balance, right? So I'm going to share my screen now, and we're going to walk through what we have so far put together. Sorry, once again, sorry for my strange sounding voice. Okay. And the funny thing is, when I first thought about doing it, I took a look through what was involved. Okay, here's what I have so far. So I took a look at it, and I looked through it, and I was like, holy smokes, this is going to take me probably 150 hours, okay, to do this whole thing. And I was like, well, we're working on becoming an elite team this year again. We're working on Superstar Diamond. We're doing all of these things. I was like, do I have time to do that? And then it's funny, that's right when I listened to Rory Vaden's YouTube TED Talk, where he talked about spending that time just like compound interest and how it will save time in the future. So what it is, I made a decision that I'm going to get up earlier. I'm going to make some short-term sacrifices, get up earlier, 5 o'clock every day versus my normal like 6:30, and I'm going to work on it. And I've been doing that, and I'm going to tell you guys, it's been super exciting. I have jumped out of bed when my alarm goes off, which is not normal for me. I love sleep because it's exciting for me to be able to work on this. So I'm going to walk you guys through it just a little bit, give you guys an idea. Those of you guys that are on here live, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Don't let me forget. I'll drop it in right now, but I don't want you to click it. Just copy and save it into your notes or something so you can look later. I don't want you to get sidetracked going through it right now. But for those of you that are on here live, you can hop in here. Later, it's going to be like a password protected thing to get in here for the team. But you guys have the link in the chat box. Save it so you can glance through here later. I'm going to step you through it right now. Some of these things don't go anywhere yet because they're not built out. So like this doesn't click to anything yet. This doesn't click. None of these click to anything yet. I'm going to show you everything that's built and kind of explain what it is. So right now, you guys know in the team page, every month I put together a marketing calendar for the month that has like, here's our team calls. Here's the release of this program. Here's the national wake up calls. And here's our coach sneak peek groups, for example, right? I do that every single month. I'm going to get better at planning ahead 3 months ahead of time and making a quarterly calendar for the entire upcoming following 3 months. That will include, for example, let's say I had built this for this last quarter. It will have the release date of, for example, the Proving Grounds Shift Shop. It would have the release date of Transform 20. It would have everything that's coming up in the next quarter, along with some kind of plan to market the launches as a team, like team groups that we can run to introduce people to the programs and whatnot. Inside of the landing pages link library, we're going to have 4 new launches that are coming out. As Beachbody releases the info, I always do it on my personal blog anyway, So I'm going to make a team-wide type of landing page for the program that comes out. So let's say it's Transform 20. I'm going to put together all the details, the highlight trailer videos, all that information, including pricing options for them to choose from. And that will be built into there. We'll go into detail on how to use those as I have them fully developed. And let's say I have this website all the way done and then we're having a launch. I'll go into a detailed training later on how to use that. So we don't have to worry about that now, but that's what that's going to be. Then we're going to have links to our Facebook groups. When I do the quarterly marketing plan, we're going to be good at, as a team, when we have like a team challenge group for the month or a coach sneak peek, a live event, we're going to create those events well ahead of time, at least a month ahead of time. And we're going to put those links inside of here. So let's say we have on, I don't know the date, but let's say on November 15th, we have a coach sneak peek event on Facebook. That event will already be created on Facebook, and that event link will be here in the Facebook groups link so that you guys can know. So when you're inviting to, let's say, a challenge group, a team challenge group, or a team sneak peek, you can have the link. You know exactly where to go to get the link for the coach sneak peek or whatever it is that we're planning for the next month. So you can access all of those right there. And then obviously the team calls are going to be right here. So when a new coach comes on, they know exactly how to get onto team calls and where the recordings are. I'm going to have a welcome video put right here. It's going to be called the Dynasty Strong membership site. I'm going to have a welcome video here that explains the website, explains everything we're talking about today in a concise, short 5-minute video. And then this is going to be like our coach training academy, like our training system for coaches. I've already been using this. I've had some coaches ask me questions this week after I built some of this out. And it was so simple for me to go find what I needed to share with my coach, because I don't have this site really to share with them and say, hey, go find it right here. In the future, just know if your coach asks you something and say, oh, go to the team training website, go to Dynasty Strong quarterly calendar and you'll see it there. Or go to Step 1, New Coach Training Academy, watch the 5th video, you'll see the answer there. So let me just show some of you right here. We're going to have these links. And as we roll out the site and we begin to work with it, Connie or Kiara, if you see something, you're like, this is something my coaches ask all the time or we need, let's put this up front. Just let me know and I'll shift things around on the training website as we launch it and have it out for everybody. Let me know, because I'm 100% up for modifying this to whatever works best for you guys. That's what I want it for. As I've been building out this site, I've been putting in training videos. I've been putting in tools and resources and organizing everything, which is not my strong suit at all, but I'm finding some joy in it because I have a template to follow. But what I want you guys to know is, as I don't want to get hung up on making different videos and whatnot. So for example, let's say there's a social media, how to run challenge groups efficiently or something video in one of the coach training steps. What I've done is I found a coach that I trust, or someone from our downline, or someone from another team that I know is with this company for the long haul. I've taken one of their training videos and I've put it in there. But what I want you guys to know is that if you have a training video, you've made something, or there's one that you think works better than the one that's in there, let me know. Like, send it to me. Say, hey, I think this video would work better, or explains it better, or it's simpler, because we want to simplify things. I think this, that video, you can even tell me that video in there is like 50 minutes. I think this video that's 5 minutes teaches the same thing in the same manner in a much more concise time. As we develop this, if you see something like that, I want you to tell me as a team so we can make it more simple as we go. Is that something you guys will be willing to help me with as you guys go through it yourself? Okay, awesome. So I'm going to show you. So right here we have like the New Coach Training Academy. So the basics is once I get this put together, I'm going to redesign a new coach welcome email that explains how to use the training website to get started on their journey. So I'll share that new coach welcome email template inside of this training website after the website's done and I get that done. Then you can use it as a template, write your own or whatever. We're going to have then what I would do is have my coach go through the New Coach Training Academy. Also right here, there's going to be the quarterly calendar, which we saw at the top. There's going to be coach trackers, like for tracking their business, and recognition templates, for example, like Success Club or Emerald, Ruby, Diamond advancements, Leadership Ladder. we're going to have templates that you can use. So Connie, let's say you have a new coach that's advances. You can make your own image if you want, but just so that you know, inside of this team membership website, there's going to be templates where you can just insert their picture into it, and it already says like Success Club All-Star or Diamond, and it's branded or whatever. So we'll have those resources available. In here will be extra social media training and resources. There'll be a section on how to welcome and onboard a new coach. So what exactly to do when you get a new customer, what exactly to do when you have a new coach. There's going to be an important links guide and a challenge pack and completion pack graphics and pricing. What that is when I grab and let's say with Shift Shop right now, the Proving Grounds, when you see those pretty graphics that show all the pricing options for the US, the UK, Canada for each of the different completion kits, I'm going to make sure that we get graphics through other leaders in the company that create them. I always grab them and put them in the team page. I'll put them in there, but they're also going to be put in a Google Drive where they can access them by clicking here. So there'll be a section that says like Transform 20. Click here, and there'll be all those graphics. There'll be a button here. This is for Proving Grounds. Click here, and it would open up in a Google Drive, and you can download all those images. So that's what that's going to be. And then once again, there's Dynasty Strong team calls. Now I'm going to walk you through this new coach training academy a little bit, show you what it looks like. I got a team picture from the leadership event. Mike and Jen Greenberg here, Jenna, my coach Lindsay. And basically there's 4 sections here in the coach training. So the idea will be that they go through the new coach basics training. The way it's designed, so I can help you understand it, is your new coach can come into this website and go through these videos at their own pace. They can go through 5 of them in a day, 1 a day. But I've also designed in this one, I'll click it. I've also designed it in a way, if you want to make it more personal, you can, let's say, Connie, let's say you sign 5 new coaches and you want to take them through a new coach training academy. You can send them through the self-starters. You can send them through and they can go at their own pace through here. But what you can also do is you could create a group on Facebook, and I've designed them in here where someone can just come in and do the activity. Welcome to Coach Basics. The next 30 days will be filled with invaluable content. Watch the intro video, fill out the business quick start. So they can get the business quick start, they can fill it out, and they can watch this video right here. But I've written it in this manner. You'll see when I show you some of the other training pages, so that you can copy and paste this, paste into a Facebook group every single day if you want to run a Coach Basics group that way. Does that make sense? So you can come get the training from here, copy and paste it, or pre-plan it, pre-schedule it for the 30 days inside of a Facebook group so it comes up every morning at 6 a.m. or whatever. Or you can send your coach in here to do it at their own pace, whatever you choose. It's got multiple uses. So it's designed just like that. They can go through like that 1 day at a time, 4 vital behavior review, fill out the coach action plan. All of this stuff is based on the first 30 training that Beachbody does, so it's nothing new and separate. It's just organized and streamlined where you can mentor them through it in a private group by copy and pasting, or they can go through it on their own timing. And then I've added in bonus videos that Beachbody doesn't have in their training. Like, watch this, the 5 biggest mistakes a new coach makes. I've just found some incredible videos to go along with that. And then at the bottom, you can go back to Coach Basics menu, or you can go back to the main menu like this. So I'm getting everything tied together. So that was under the step 1 new coach training right here. New Coach Basics training. So they go through that on their own. I still have like 10 lessons to add in there. That's where I'm at right now in building. I've already built out this and this. What this is going to be is, let's say you sign up a coach and they're just ready to go. Like they've had a transformation. They're already sharing on social media. They're not afraid of doing that. And they just want to start selling challenge packs, signing up coaches, and need to know where to put them and all of that. You want to send them, what you would say is, Kira, you would say, let's say Shali is like, I'm ready to run. Like I'm ready to sign people up. I need to know how to place them. I need to know how to run my groups. I need to know how to expand my market and meet more people because I'm going to run out of my current friends list. You would send them more to like this accelerated business launch training. It walks through and says exactly all of what it is, but it has like a training on Facebook, and these have a direct video. That one goes directly to a video. like that, and then you just hit the back button and it goes back. Video 2, how to sign up a coach customer using the new Coach mobile app. So they would have a direct video, how to use the share a cart. What is Success Club? Goes through exactly what Success Club is. Video 4, 5-step invite process. Video 5, your why. Video 6, go to Emerald ASAP. Video 7, making your Facebook cover, making your Facebook all look professional. And then there's some tools, mobile app, site to just sell a challenge pack. So these tools are pretty cool. These are pretty expansive and organized to show you. So, oh, that's not the one I was thinking of. But that goes right to the mobile app for them to log in and sell it. There's challenge pack information and scripts. If you click that, for example, what I've done is I have these all organized in a Google Drive. So here's some scripts for all access challenge pack scripts. Some challenge pack selling tips and objection tools where they can click on it and move over to that. Additional training on selling challenge packs. So right there's some expansive scripts and training on selling a challenge pack and overcoming objections. So like that's, for example, all inside of the challenge pack information scripts. There's example of Coach Wise, like some written out ones so they can, sorry, so they can have an idea. I know I'm jumping through this fast, but I don't want to go too long on this call for you guys today, because you guys have the link that are on here live with me, so you can go through this on your own. And then some additional resources on signing up your spouse, why it's so important for financial reasons. Video 1, it says go to the 520 mark, and then video 2's there, and then you go back to the main menu. So that's for someone that's ready to really run. And then we have, I'm back at the home page. Now we're going back to step 1 again, new Coach Training Academy, and we're going down to additional Coach Training Academy videos. So this is like, I love this section because if you're, let's say you have people on your list. I can't remember what we call them right now because my mind's in a little bit of a fog from this cold. But there's the people that are like, you're scared to invite them because they're already super successful, perhaps even more successful than you are. And that's the exact person that you want on your team because they know how to create success. They're a strong person. They're probably already a leader. So this stuff right here is like, some of the stuff in here is in-depth training on exactly how to run ads on a Facebook to sell a challenge pack, how to run ads. Like the stuff that I did to recruit, some of you guys are on here, 19 coaches on the opening day of the UK, step-by-step videos on how that was done is in this training. So if you have, let's say you sign up somebody that has, some of that stuff will require an investment, right? You have to pay for Facebook ads and all that stuff. But you're going to sponsor people that are ready to treat this like the $100,000 business that it can be. And so there's trainings in here that teach them exactly how to run these ads step by step by step. So there's stuff on building a Facebook. There's also stuff on personal development, Shakeology training, trackers. Oh, I see I made a mistake here with 2 less than 7s. I'll fix that. Posting on Facebook, expanding your network, running successful challenge groups, how to hit Success Club, building your business with a power hour. And this power hour one, for example, is a double 15-star diamond coach and also a 4-time 15-star diamond coach. Like letting you sit there and watch them invite people for an hour. Like step by step, the top coach, some of the top coaches doing invites. So there's just intense training of like, if you were sitting there with them, watching them, how to follow up, how to build and form relationships, inviting to your Beachbody challenge groups, using Evernote to organize your business, using curiosity marketing for your social media, easiest ways to sell a challenge pack via share a cart, importance of becoming an Emerald coach, and the list goes on and on through here. I'm going to show you one that's pretty cool. Like I'm going to show you how intensive these get. So running free groups to grow your business. Let's take a look at this one. You pop in here. There's a video that Lindsay Martin made on how to run a free group. It's like step by step how to create your group, how to run it. And then what we have is tools in each one of these sections. Like I said, this is the advanced, like take it to the next level for your person that's running. So there's like, for example, here's a 7-day sugar detox group. Here's how you access it. Here's an emotional eating free group, template, posts, and photos. Here's how you access it. Here's several free group ideas and posting schedules that you can use. So let's give you an idea. So remember I said I always search everywhere, like I have to go here and there and try to find things. So now you know exactly where you could find this. For example, you just click on this, and here's the emotional eating, all the posts, all the pictures. You can just download them and use them inside of a group. And then there's, you even hit the Google document, and it has day 1 post. It has questions, education. Here's day 1, post 2. So you just copy and paste, and you can run a group based on emotional eating, for example, in this instance. And just to show you how many resources we've put together like this, these are all different group templates with photos and post ideas. So there's probably 15 different free group ideas that you can do in here, from mason jars, 5-day crockpot groups, 5-day legs and booty abs group. So all kind of groups and ideas for you guys to use. So just to give you an idea, like the 7-day sugar detox, there's all the photos are here for you to download and use in your group, just like that. And then there's a template that you can follow as well in the outline. Give me 1 second, I need to get a drink. Yeah, let me check the chat real quick. Okay, so super organized. Let me see if there was a question. Okay, so we'll get out of here soon because I'll let you guys walk through it. But okay, I'm just going back. Okay, and then we can go back to coach training videos. Like for example, I was telling you about running ads and whatnot. Like this video right here is 2 step-by-step videos on how to run ads, how to get a Facebook page from 0 likes to 1,000 in just like a couple months. For someone that has no market, or there's sometimes teachers that can't be on social media, can't use their Facebook. There's all kinds of different situations. So there's trainings in here to show someone how to build a like page and build it to 1,000 quality likes of your niche person in a sort of way. There were people that had more successful launches, for example, using ads like this in the UK that did them longer than I did and more effectively. So those will all be right here inside of that training. So that's all I want to show you guys walking through that. So I'm going to stop the share. Oh, and this right here, just so you know, in the future, will take you back to the home page when you click on this. So if you're, let's say, at the new coach training and you hit this, I'm scrolling. Let's say you're in here at the accelerated business launch, wherever you're at, Facebook video 1. That wasn't very effective. You can click on it right there and it'll take you back to the home page. So I'm going to stop sharing right now so I can see you guys and see your chats better. Does anybody have questions right now from what you've seen, or like, hey, we should consider putting this in there? If you do have one, put it in the chat or let me know. I'm going to answer this question real quick for you guys. So one of my new coaches asked me, let's just recap on this real quick about the team training website. So as you guys saw, in almost every one of those buttons that you clicked, here's how to do time management. Here's how to get to Emerald quickly. Here's social media post ideas. Every single one of those has YouTube videos put in it. For the most part, I use videos from some of the most successful coaches. I use the equal of men and women leaders, from David Atkins to the Fitzpatrick family, to myself, to the women. I use mostly like Brigitte Linford, Melanie Mitro, Keisha Fitzgerald, coaches on our team like that. But there were some where there were just topics that coaches on our team haven't taught before, that were just taught really well. So as you're building your business, and whether it's 6 months from now, a year from now, if you master one of these things, let's say, Sammy, you get really good. Let's say you get really good at running free groups and transitioning free group customers into paying customers. I want you to make a video that we could replace and put into our training. Does that make sense? That would be the long-term goal as we continue to update it is to have that type of thing happen where our leaders are mostly the ones in there, so that our downline, the people that we're sending to this site, can learn from us. Yes, I want them to learn from everybody, and that's important, but the more of you guys, I feel, the better, because we have the same type of community. So Kiera asked, do you have Instagram trainings in there or a script of what to chat with new coaches about on your first one-on-one call? So Kiera, that's a great question. Yes, there are multiple Instagram trainings in there. There's one section in there on Instagram I know that has 2 videos that are very up to date. They're 2018 on Instagram. My video on Instagram is in there, my 1.5-hour video that goes through the step-by-step of what I do on Instagram when I talked about STEM social, if you remember that video, how to do stories, how to make invites, how to then call someone on the phone and all that. So that's in there, as well as other Instagram trainings that are super great. So those are in there. And then a section on what to chat about with new coaches on the first one-on-one call. Yeah, so that in the very first homepage, there's like 7 links in the first. One of them is how to start a new customer, and one of them is how to start a new coach. So it's going to be step-by-step instructions on what you can do to start your new coach and what to say and talk about on your getting started right call. So that'll do that. And it will also have a part directing them into the team training website for them to start going through the training videos as well. And then you as a leader, for example, Kiera, you're one of our diamond coaches. You as a leader, then you get to make the decision with your emeralds and your coaches if you're going to run a coach basics group and post those videos in there every day, or if you're going to just send people in there and have them check in, sending their business activity tracker to you. So you can make that, everybody gets to make your own decision, right, on how you run your team, but at least everything will be easy to find, streamlined, in the same type of stuff. And then obviously it's your team and your brand. You can add in and take out whatever you don't like in your own trainings, obviously, right? So like I do some things different than Lindsay, obviously, because I don't speak the same language as Lindsay does. So, okay, so that's a great question. If you have another question, put it in there. And then Connie says, would be good to have a video on how to create forms in Google Drive. Okay, Connie, I will put that in there. I'm going to make that, it's individuals. Let me put that in my note. I have a note for my, for each individual, or for my, as I'm working on building this website out, I have a note to keep track of where I'm at and how everything intertwines. So give me 1 second to type that in there so I don't miss it. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. Team website, there we are. Okay, I need to put, so a Google form, how to make a Google form. Okay, so I'll make that one of them individually. That video, I have a how to make a Google form is in that 1.5-hour video, but I want it somewhere simple, just a simple 3 to 5 minute video. So if someone's like, how do I make a Google form? I don't have to send them to an 1.5-hour video to find it. So, okay, so we have that. If any more questions come in, or if I missed one, let me know. I'm going to answer this question for Caitlin. Okay, so Caitlin is a brand new coach. She has lost over 100 pounds so far. She's super busy, and she's running races as well. And so she's been a coach for a couple of weeks now. She's been watching every video that she sees come up. So you guys might feel like this sometime. And now we have this website that's going to be coming out. By the way, my goal is to have it all the way done by the end of December. I might have it done sooner because it's exciting to me and I'm putting extra time into it. So right now, just use that for your own going through, and you can use tools from it and whatnot, but don't share it till I have it official. Does that make sense? Don't send people there until it's not official. So for right now, she says, I'm also feeling very overwhelmed and I don't know where to start with coaching. I'm struggling with reaching out to people and figuring out how to spark up conversations through social media. Anybody ever have that concern before? Okay, so one thing I want Caitlin to know is that is normal. Like almost every single person feels that. That feeling of, I feel overwhelmed. I'm watching all these videos. I don't actually know where to start. So let's address that part of the question first. I feel that as well. Like almost twice a week, I wake up and I feel like, holy crap, I'm so overwhelmed. It's like, okay, we're running a Diamond Dash. I'm building a team website for the team because I've been in this 8 years. I have more responsibilities than when you first start. And I have a challenge group going, and oh my gosh, I didn't start launching or talking about Shift Shop on time. I feel overwhelmed. I'm behind. Like I missed the national wake-up call. That happened this week. I was like, oh my gosh, I was building the website. I was excited. My first call was at like 10, and I worked right through it. And I was like, crap, I missed the national wake-up call. And then you feel overwhelmed. I got to get back to that. So one thing that I always do is I understand that it's like with anything in life, you're going to always feel overwhelmed. As a parent, when you're at school, so just recognize you're not alone in feeling that. So I just say, okay, I feel that. I recognize that. What can I focus on today that will move me forward? There's all of these things, but I don't have to do everything. What are the basic things that I can take control of today and do? And so 2 things I do is I always, whenever I feel overwhelmed, this is what I do. I do my personal development. I teach what I learned on my personal development on my social media or on a video. I do my workout. I share a clip of my workout or something about my workout. I drink my shake. And then I just start 5 new conversations. And that's it. I start 5 new conversations. That's it. And then I do the best I can to do the rest of what I have on my list. So you guys see oftentimes, like, I'll go hunting with my dad or hiking, or I'll take Keen out of school and I'll go take her somewhere. I'll go fishing. Like some of those days, guys, I'm literally only working like 2 hours or 3 hours. And I'll just do the very basic things that are going to move me forward in the right direction. And I understand that I can't do everything. I can't be everyone for there's something like that, everything for every person. And I just do the very best that I can. So if you're feeling overwhelmed as you start, that's where I would start, is just do your workout, drink your shake, post about it on social media, just document it. Don't try to sell or invite to anything. And then read your personal development and teach it to somebody, share it in your team page, share it in a group, share it on your social media, and then just start 5 new conversations. That's it. And that's also my step for not only when I'm feeling overwhelmed, but for when I'm feeling not motivated to do anything. Like if I'm like, I don't feel like doing anything, I just do those 4 things. And what happens is once I send out those 5 messages and I get 1 message back, or I see others in my inbox, then I start connecting. I'm like, I get back. And then you tell people you can't wait to be motivated. You got to take action, and then you'll feel the motivation as you get started on your important work. So that's what I do. So if you're new and you're struggling, and then another tip is, because there's so many videos to watch, don't just watch a bunch of videos and do nothing. Do those 4 things that I told you. And then if you're like, okay, crap, they're talking about Google Forms. I need to learn how to make Google Forms. Don't waste all your time trying to figure that out right then. Do those 4 important things and make a note. I have a note called a focus list. And it will say exactly the thing that I need to learn next or do next. And I always have about 5 or 6 items on there. So let's say you're new and you're like, okay, I need to figure out how to make that form. If you don't have the time to do it right then, it's going to be weighing on your mind, and it's going to be heavy, and you're going to feel overwhelmed because you don't know how to do it yet. And you're going to be with your kids thinking about, I don't know how to make this form, and you want to be with your kids. So what you do is go to your focus list or your to-do list or whatever you want to call it, and put down, learn how to make Google Form. And then if you're like, I don't know how to set up, I don't know how to do an Instagram story, write down, learn how to make Instagram story, and put it on your list. Like, for example, I have my focus. I'll show it to you later, but because I want to answer the rest of this question. So that's what I do, is I just have that. I'll just go to it right now. I have that focus. I have it on my follow-up list. My focus list right now is check my contact me form, because I didn't check it for 2 days. And I always tell people to fill out the form about my challenge group or coaching. And I was running around the other day last night with the kids, and I was like, oh my gosh, I got to see if anybody's filled out the form. I didn't do that yesterday. Because, right, you don't get to do everything. You can't do everything every day. And so if I'm thinking about, I got to check the contact me form when I'm trying to wrestle my kid on the floor, I'm not going to be fully there for my kid on the floor. So I just stopped 1 minute. I went to my notes and I put check contact me list. The other thing in there is send link to D for vanilla shake and cups. The other one is check Jeff's order, because Jeff texted me when I was with my kids and he said, hey, I placed my order. I'm not going to drop playing with my kids, run into my office and check my order to see if it came through yet. I'm going to put it in my note, check Jeff's order. So then when I sit down today and I have 15 minutes of time, I'll check the contact me list. If there's anybody there, I'll text them. I'll send D the link for Shakeology. I'll check Jeff's order. And then I can do that in like 5 minutes, right? Versus if I didn't do them and tried to remember them, then I'm going to feel, what's that feeling that we get? Overwhelmed. So when you have something you need to do or learn, I always write it down, and then it's awesome. I don't get to like cross it out. I just get to right click it, cross it, it turns blue, and I just hit delete and it's gone. And then you feel good because you check something off your list too. So that's one thing that I do when I feel overwhelmed. Other one I have on here is check the post for the shipped shop interest, because I put up 2 posts in the last week, comment interested or drop an emoji. So I made myself a note so I wouldn't think about, oh my gosh, I got to go back and check that and make invites to those people. I made a note, check post for shift shop interest. So that's one thing I do to avoid being overwhelmed. Okay, the other part of that question I want to answer real quick is, she said, I'm struggling with reaching out to people and figuring out how to spark up conversations. Okay, how many of you guys have felt like that? I'm struggling with knowing how to spark up conversations. Okay, did you guys see the video I put in the team page yesterday? I'm going to drop it to you guys right now. Give me 1 second. I made a video yesterday, and we're going to walk through it real quick. It's going to take me a second because it's not loading. I'm going to my YouTube channel. Okay, go to my videos. I uploaded like 4 videos yesterday, those Super Saturday videos. I made a video called What Almost Every Beachbody Coach is Missing That Isn't Seeing Progress. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys something. You guys get in, because you're on live with me, you get a few of the secrets of the life of Scotty right now. Okay, so I haven't been feeling well. I've had a cold and whatnot. Got some extra sleep in. Let me put this in the chat. So an hour before this call, I took an hour power nap. I was up at 5 building the website, doing my invites. I got everything done. And so I took a nap. Like I love taking time for myself and creating self-love. One thing is when I left my job 6.5 years ago, people said, what are you going to do then now that you're retired? And I said, I will sleep. Make sure that I sleep 8 hours every night. If I don't sleep 8 hours at night, I'm going to catch up in the day. If I wake up early to work, I'm going to work, get it done, and then take a nap. So I took a nap. But yesterday I put a YouTube video in the comments or in the chat. You can copy it and save it so you can take a look at it later. Put it in your focus to-do list. Watch the video. I just put it right in the chat. It's the name of the video is like what almost every Beachbody coach is missing that isn't seeing progress. So yesterday I worked on my website for an hour and a half. I did my invites. I ran my challenge groups. I checked in the team pages. I did all my follow-ups. I did my calls that I needed to do, and I was done with work. And I had like 4 hours in my day where I could still work in my instance. So I am not feeling well, so I had a hot Epsom bath thanks to Kiara and CJ. Their parents have like a business with Epsom salts that are like scented, and they sent me some. So I had a hot Epsom bath, and I was like, I laid there, and sometimes I meditate, but I was like, I'm going to just invite like crazy. I'm just going to invite, because this is the question that we have. Like, I'm struggling with knowing how to spark up conversations through social media. And so what I did is I invited for 15 minutes until I was too hot. I just went to my post that I did that morning, and I clicked on everyone that liked the post, and I sent every single one of those people that liked my post a message saying, hey, thanks for commenting on that or liking that post that I made this morning. I appreciate the support. And then some of them, if I have never had a conversation with them before, I didn't invite them. I just said, thanks for liking that post. Thanks for the support. if we had a previous conversation going back and forth about health and fitness or about anything, I added on, hey, I have a test group, a fitness challenge coming up on November 5th. Would you be interested in being a part of that? And I just invited them. So when you are telling me I'm struggling with reaching out to people and figuring out how to spark up conversations, I want you to watch that video, and I want you to just watch the video, put the video down, and do what I taught you for 10 minutes. Like, go to your last Instagram post or your last Facebook post and message every one of those people. And if you're still afraid to invite them, I'm okay with that on this first time. If you haven't gotten this process, I want you to just start the conversations with them. So Brooke, if that's you, for example, let's say 10 people liked your post from yesterday or the day before. Go find those posts. If you watch my video, I still I did some other things in there too. I want you to watch. I commented and liked on their posts as well as a thank you for liking my post. Does that make sense? So I walk you through. So each person, let's say it was Connie was the first one to like it. I go to Connie's profile. I like 500 or 600 photos, and I comment on one of them. And then I go to her inbox and I say, hey, Connie, thank you for liking the post I did this morning with the workout with my wife. I appreciate the support. That's all. And then I go to the next person on the list. So watch that video. It's in the chat box. Save it right there. And you can go through. If you're struggling with it, it's just in your mind. You're just afraid. Because all you got to do is just do what I teach in that video. You just got to start the conversations, okay? And I'm going to warn you up front. You may write somebody a message and they're going to be like, this is so weird that you're writing me a random message to join your group. Someone could say that someday, okay? So when you get something like that, don't feel alone. It's just normal. Like, some people will, depending on how their day is going or what they're going through in life, they might not appreciate a message from you, but there's nothing offensive about saying thank you for sending or for liking my post today. And I say that because right after I made that video, I had a woman comment on one of my pictures. I think it's so weird that married guy with 5 kids would send me a message, a private message about fitness. And I didn't even invite to the fitness. And I just commented back and I said, hey, and she went into detail. She said, I don't know why you think I would want to be a part of one of your fitness groups or your Beachbody groups. I have washboard abs and I have 2 kids and I don't work out. And so I just commented, I think that's super awesome that you have achieved that. If you want to have a conversation with me about it, please feel free to send me a message. I'm happy to talk about it. And then she deleted it and blocked me. But did I do anything wrong? Right? Most likely she was having a bad day or going through something hard in life and was just taking it out on me. So, and that's not always going to happen. I haven't had something like that for a month or 2. So don't be afraid to do that process. So if you're not doing that, or if you're not sparking up the conversation with social media, watch that video and it will teach you exactly how to do that. So, all right, guys, we've been an hour. So I'm going to end this call out. And I'm going to get back to work. I got a few more follow-ups to do and a little bit of prep work for our Diamond Dash group. But I'm excited about this and excited for you guys to feel free as you're going through it, because you guys have the link. Feel free to send me anything that you think would be great to add into it in the future. Just send me a private message and we'll work on it through there. So, all right, guys, let's go out and help some people. If you haven't hit Success Club yet, work hard on doing that. Earn that free travel summit cash that Carl's giving away by hitting Success Club in October, November, and December. And remember that Success Club is just meaning that you're helping new people every single month to get started on their health and fitness journey. So, all right, guys, we'll see you later. Bye.